From the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, this is your evening weather update.
Except for some breezy conditions today, mostly sunny skies out there. Beautiful weather across the Tennessee Valley on this Wednesday afternoon. Here's a live look at the Arctic Air Skycam network as we head late into the afternoon. Just a few puffy clouds out there, but otherwise sunny skies. But despite that, we've only been into the low to mid 80s this afternoon and maybe a couple degrees cooler for daytime highs as we head into our Thursday afternoon. Some of us may not get out of the upper 70s. All the clouds and rain and higher winds associated with Idalia well off to our southeast. So as expected, no local direct impacts here except for just the breezy pressure gradient winds today, but those will slack off as we get into the overnight as the pressure gradient weakens. And that sets us up for a beautiful Thursday here with mostly sunny skies and some decent temperatures with the drier air in place, dropping back into the 70s around sunset and through the 60s overnight. And I think we get into the upper 50s for morning lows. Now, Futurecast is overdoing the radiational cooling. It often either overdoes the radiational cooling overnight by a few degrees, or it overdoes the warming in the afternoon when it's sunny. So I don't expect low to mid 50s, but I do expect widespread upper 50s for morning lows with mostly clear skies as we get into our Thursday morning, warming through the 60s into the 70s, and then into the upper 70s and lower 80s by afternoon with a light north wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour here, mostly sunny. But again, a few of us likely to not get out of the upper 70s for daytime highs, even though probably most of us will hit the lower 80s. And then we head into the evening, back into the 70s around sunset, 60s overnight. Then we start to warm up just a little bit as we get a little more Gulf moisture back in with our weekend front down to the south, backing back northward. So maybe an isolated shower or a thunderstorm on Friday with more of a southerly flow from the Gulf of Mexico and a continued southeasterly flow going into the weekend. So a mix of sun and clouds. I do think we stay dry for the Labor Day weekend as the rain looks to head off to the south, but we're going to be warming up with that southerly flow across the area, and eventually daytime highs back into the 90s as we get into early next week. Here's your temperature trend for the next few days, starting in the 50s tomorrow morning and then upper 70s, lower 80s by the afternoon, mid to upper 80s Friday through the weekend, and back into the lower 90s as we head into early next week as we start our first full week of September next week. We are watching the tropics. We had Hurricane Idalia make landfall in Florida earlier this morning. We still have Hurricane Franklin out in the Atlantic. Idalia is now down to a tropical storm, moving through the Carolinas. Other than these two systems, none getting close to the United States here for at least the next 7 days. So after Idalia moves out, we will be quieting down in terms of a U.S. impact for the next 7 days. But as always, we'll watch things carefully. We are headed closer to the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season, which starts on September 10th. Here's your hourly forecast for tonight: 73 degrees by 8 p.m., dropping into the 60s, and then the upper 50s around daybreak here with mostly clear skies for your morning lows, warming back up into the upper 70s and lower 80s across southern middle Tennessee with mostly sunny skies for your Thursday. More the same over northwest Alabama, low to mid 80s here with mostly sunny skies. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Mostly sunny for your Thursday. A few isolated showers and thunderstorms possible Friday afternoon. They will not be widespread, but a few likely out there. Highs in the mid 80s, into the upper 80s to near 90 over the weekend, and into the lower 90s as we head toward Labor Day on Monday and the first half of next week. There's a look at your latest 7-day forecast. I'll be back at 9 o'clock with another check of your local weather.